Today's learning goal is I can divide mixed numbers. Let's look at some jokes. Why don't skeletons ever go trick-or-treating? Because they have nobody to go with. Nobody. Hey, did you hear about the goldfish in the tank at school? One looks at the other and says, how do you drive this thing? Let's look at the vocabulary for today. Oh, no, apparently not. There it is, vocabulary. Whole numbers. Whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Integers are like whole numbers but include negatives. Fractions are like parts of a whole. Rational numbers can be made by dividing two integers. Rational. Irrational. Rational doesn't make sense. Rational makes perfect sense to me. I completely understand it. Reciprocal. The reciprocal is simply 1 divided by a number. 3 over 2 is 2 over 3. Multiplication is division. I am missing my favorite pen, so I am not happy about that. Okay. Let's go ahead and find a, I'll just use okay, mixed numbers, number mixed with a fraction, whole number, improper fractions, it's considered top heavy, where the bigger number is on the top. Let's do some notebook practice. Glad you all could make it today. I'm really excited you're here. I don't know if this will be our first question or not. We'll see. Actually, it will be our first question. Okay, so let's draw this visually first. And then we'll come back and we'll check our answer, just like we did for our labs lesson. Okay, so we're going to start off by doing a drawing, rather, for 5 squares. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut these in half. And because we're dealing in, because it's 4 1/2, I've got to color these in. And then we have a half here. All right, now we need to divide it into another half. So our next step is to take the last square and circle the number associated with the numerator. So we're going to circle one row. Okay, boom, done. Our next step is to count the number of colored in, or number shaded in squares. So we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18. Next, we'll count the number we circle, which is 2. 18 over 2 is 9. Let's try it procedurally. We'll start by making this into an improper fraction. We get 9 over 2. Next, we'll write it just like this. Now we'll change 9 over 2 into this by using keep, change, flip. We can simplify opposite if we can, and we can in this case, to get 9. There we go. Congratulations. We did the first question. How do you feel? You feel good? You feel good? I bet you feel good. I bet you feel real good. Do you feel smart? I bet you feel smart. Numero 2. For our next problem, we're going to have a guest. His name is Mr. Shrimp on the Bobby. He's a famous Australian singer. So he's going to do the next question with us. Okay, so let's give a round of applause. A nice Australian welcome to Mr. Shrimp on the Barbie. Take it away, Mr. Shrimp on the Barbie. Good day, mate. My name is Shrimp on the Barbie, and today I'm going to be working with you on dividing fractions with mixed numbers. Let's go ahead and start off by drawing a picture, just like Mr. Lou says to do here. So, first thing is we're going to draw ourselves some squares. Draw. In Australia, we never use squares. What we mostly do is we just go shrimping. And we like to hang out and do things that Australians do. It's really nice. Now, since we're in the force, we're going to cut this into fours. Okay. So, in Australia, we also like to enjoy things on the Barbie. And my name is Mr. Barbie, so that just works out perfectly. Now we're going to color in 4 and 1/4, just like that. So now we need to cut this into, let's see here, fourths again to make it into 16ths. Just like that. Okay, see that? Whole thing is shaded in there. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, so now that we've done that, we look at the numerator of our fraction, and we see that in Australia, we've got 3/4. So we are going to color in the 3 here. Now we count out the number of shaded total shapes, which doing some quick calculations in my Australian brain. I'm going to say that we get 68. And then the total number we have here is 12. And then in my Australian brain I get 5 2/3. So recapping the steps, here's what I did. I took and I made 4 squares plus 1/4. Shaded in. Then I took my 3 and I circled 3 rows. After that, I counted up all my squares to get 68/12. Next, I made it into a mixed number, which is 5 2/3. You can also solve this procedurally. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17/4 times 4/3. I did keep, change, flip. Simplify opposite. You get 17/3, which is the same thing as 5 2/3. Crikey, mate! I've got to get back to my work. I want to thank Mr. Lou for letting me come in here today. I've got some delicious shrimp on the Barbie I've got to go check on. Well, thanks again. Thank you again, Mr. Barbie, for coming in. I really appreciate your help today, helping out us 6th grade students here at KISJ. It was really nice of you to come in here. I know you're super busy. you know, with your dancing and stuff you do and your grilling and all that good stuff. So I just want to thank you again for coming in. If I could just find our learning goal again, then we wouldn't have an issue here. But I'm not too sure where it went. So today's learning goal is I can divide mixed numbers. Thanks again for checking in.